Finding a wife. Finding a wife has been a very difficult task. I'm looking, and I just can't seem to find someone that knows what I'm going to need as far as business, what I'm going to need to make her world perfect. Searching the internet has been hellish. I mean, there's only a few options. Can't be everywhere at once. You definitely have to continue working, and you can't go all over the place in order to keep doing so. You only have a limited amount of funds. So you start searching the internet and posting on the internet and different websites and stuff like that. You start finding the wrong girls continuously on the internet. You hear the myths. You can always find a good girl at the library. You can find good girls in churches, bars, or clubs. You know that this is where some women hang out. You know that they hang out at work. You know, those particular types of places. But you can't find time to go to the library for anything but to research. And when you do, how can you expect to be able to talk to a girl? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's an automatic thought. She's going to think you're crazy to try to pursue her at the library. So where does this thought come from? Or maybe they think school library. So maybe at the school library you can actually talk to a woman. I just don't know. But after a while you're out of school. Church. Thought about church. Church is a good place for people to go, but I just can't see myself talking to a girl at church, let alone talking to a girl who goes to church. Just not me, personality-wise, not me. I just can't allow people to change my outlook of church, what I feel church is for, the strength in church, and so I just don't go. Bar, club. Everybody knows that you can't find a good girl at a bar or club. Now, I bet you there's those few people that have found a good person who they were able to stay with for a period of time at the bar or the club, but it just seems like the bar or the club just isn't the perfect place either. Or you find those people that want to continue to go to the club at the club. Alcoholics and addicts at the club and in the bar. So, it's not the library, church, at a bar or a club, and definitely not work. Work. Can you imagine finding a girl at work? Finding a girl at work might turn into the worst experience that you've ever had, especially with the amount of women that are in the workforce. Just to try to meet a girl there, first thing you know is that you're supposed to be looking at these persons as professionals to begin with. But it seems to me, when at work, if you don't look at a woman with an amount of femininity on your mind, they kind of pull away from you. They want to be seen as a woman, and they want to be seen as attractive while at work. I myself don't think that there's time in the workforce for that particular type of behavior and that thought process. However, you know, to each his own. Think that way if you want to. I have heard good stories about people who met their mate at work. Just, I'm not there. I'm not in the workplace. In some workplaces you can't find work. I myself don't want to be around corporate America, which is pretty much the only place you can actually find a woman at work. So now I'm stuck with this internet bullshit, and I'm running into nothing but that. I mean, this bullshit, liars. I think that's what they are for the most part that I run into. This particular thought process has just been incapable. You can't get in, you can't get angry. Marriage, finding a wife has to be a stroke of luck. I mean, one of the largest blessings that could be offered to you by God. But the ones that I've been finding, they just don't want to face the truth. I mean, you could have it all spelled out on the internet. You say no children, you have your reasons for saying no children. You can accept the fact that they have children. But they still show you the same bullshit, whether you accept them or not. They act like they can't see it when it's written and spelled out for them. They can't understand why. They want to ask you why. They want to get angry about your opinion. When you do finally find them and you're accepted of their opinion, and their opinion doesn't work, usually, and not because you're facing the masses, because their opinion is incorrect in most cases, and they offer you an opinion. You'll find women that just don't like to speak. They won't even talk because they're afraid that the first thing that comes out their mouth is going to be some bullshit. So they won't have an opinion. They'll be looking at you like you're supposed to be their one and only opinion. There's no degree of excellence there. I mean, it's just frustration, man. That's all it is. Complete and utter frustration. And I'm suffering from this. So I gotta get it out. I gotta talk about it. It's been a complete waste of time. And I know that it's something I need. I know that there's a woman out there that is waiting for a person like me, is sick of going through a whole bunch of bullshit, does not want to be continuously involved in drama.